Hank, I'm unmuting your mic. You ready, bro? One, two, three. Unmuted. Yeah, sorry about that garbliness in the beginning. I think I'm having internet issues in my neck of the woods because I was watching a couple videos this morning and they kept doing the, think wheel, repeat cycle thing. That is something
Life
that I
happens.
believe is beyond my control. Yeah, it does. Hank, say hello to the people.
Hello, people. How y'all doing today?
Jesus Christ, Hank. Make it sound like you're happy to see them.
Alrighty then, I'll try.
Go again, bro. Go again.
Hey, everybody. Glad to see you. All right.
That was pretty close to a 19 late 70s, early 80s radio voice.
Um, just trying the Chile School of Acting.
Well, just fail at everything you do. Who was it? Welsh? Hold on, I got to clear my throat. I'm a little scratchy this morning. Speaking of clearing my throat, Hank, how's that? Oh man, that could have been a bad one. How's that? You had some allergies kicking up. You sounded pretty bad the other day when you were hacking. You feeling better?
I'm feeling a whole lot better. Went in yesterday. Got some meds to take care of the. I let the allergies go too far and it
Cool,
got into
cool.
bronchitis.
Yeah, dude, I had walking pneumonia my first winter in the South because, like a dope, it was nothing compared to upstate New York, and I'm walking around with no jacket on, but the winter's wet down here because it doesn't get cold enough to take all that moisture out of the air. And I wound
Mm-hmm.
up getting it. Probably started as bronchitis. It went to walking pneumonia, and on Christmas Eve one year, I was in the emergency room. I could barely inhale. It felt like somebody was running a glass shard through my rib cage, and I had walking pneumonia, which turned into pneumonia. I'm ignoring it the whole time. And then I had, I think it's called pleurisy. I had an infection between the
The
lung
sac that
lining
lines the
and
heart. Yeah.
no, no, it's in between the lung and the rib cage.
Well, yeah, you got a pleural sac
Maybe
that
maybe pleurisy is not the
surrounds
right
the.
word for it.
Well, the pleural sac cover is a lining around the heart and lungs.
Okay, yes. So that's what I had. No, dope. I
Yeah.
just ignored it until I couldn't breathe anymore. And my older sister, luckily, I was at my older sister's house for Christmas Eve, and she dragged me off to the emergency room. I was before we're going out the door. I'm like, no, no, wait. She has a son who had asthma. I'm like, give me a puff from B's asthma inhaler, and she's looking at me like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, he's been sharing it with me for a couple days now. And my sister just flipped out on me and dragged me to the hospital. Jim Finch is in the room. We're being watched by the owner, editor, and dishwasher at I'm saying that not to bust Jim. I'm saying that because I get the feeling you do everything over there at really cool site.com. If you want to get a quick update on what happened yesterday in the 1A auditing community, Jim Finch's really cool site is a great place to go. Jim Finch. Now, Jim just referenced one of my all-time favorite boogie woogie tunes, uh, which is "Walking Pneumonia" and the Boogie Woogie Flu. Is that the actual name of the tune? Aerosmith covered it. We mentioned the Less Than Zero movie a couple broadcasts ago. It's funny that came up. Um, Aerosmith covered it on that soundtrack, but that tune goes back to the 40s, 50s. It's a great tune. I think I probably have. I'm
Hmm.
going to cue that up for the next broadcast. I have like 4 or 5 different iterations of that tune. It is phenomenal. I mean, you can't not get up and dance when that tune is playing. I want to kiss her, but the girl's too tall. That's one of the greatest lines in it. Becca from the Welsh News Network is with us. Everybody say hi to Becca. Hello, Becca. Tireless work over there. Does Welsh ever give you a day off, a bonus check? You know, I hope he's taking good care of you, Becca, because everybody could tell you're the workhorse in that establishment. Without you, probably not much would get done. And I could see a thing where Shuggy tried to take over. I got to talk to Shuggy. I'd like to have a little conversation one-on-one with Shuggy over here sometimes. He's got a great sense of humor. Tanny, super necessary BS detector. Glad to have you with us today. I have to cut some of the upfront formalities short today because I do have to go to work, and I wasn't planning on doing this. But last night, Hank, can you get me up to speed on what the term flurf means? Because I'm not 100% sure I'm using it correctly.
Flerf is a term for the flat earthers.
Okay, so it does generally reference all flat earth, that subset of broken-minded people, flat earthers.
Yes.
So the title for today's episode is Three Tards Flerfing. And I think
I wonder who
I'm
you
going
could
to
be
start
referencing.
Exactly. You want to guess?
Um,
Can you guess all three?
somebody that's chained themselves to the desk, but say they're unchained.
That would be one of them. Can you guess number
Okay.
two?
Probably the jackass that kept trying to be holier than thou art with Logan.
Bang! You got 2 out of 3. You're working on a perfect score here, and that would be Zetetic Warrior, who calls himself Z. We're gonna start calling himself the Spasmodic Warrior over here. That boy got a fucking screw loose and a nut that's just hanging on by one thread. Can you guess number 3, my man? Number 3 might have last night leaped himself to the forefront of douchebaggery, and well, he got way past douchebaggery. Last night on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind 369 12/15/18. I can't not do that. He just, dude, he sailed off the edge of the flat fucking earth last night. Can you guess who it was?
The don't know his name. The one that was being relatively quiet during the younger guy with the beard. Is that him?
Did you see Sovereign Soul Unchained Minds broadcast last night?
No, I did not.
Damn it. If anyone got a copy of it, recorded it, I would love to get my hands on it, because I can do a week on that one episode. It's comedy fucking gold. Man, they gave Chili a run.
I was hoping you had a copy of it. I was hoping you had a copy of it.
I don't, man. I don't. Maybe Becca or Welsh got a copy of it. I don't know. I'm willing to pay for this one. I'm willing to pay.
Becca's looking for a copy.
Sweet. Becca, if you can find, I'm willing to pay. I'll kick in your $5 when I go to when I hire a bounty hunter to bring Chili de Castro to justice. I think we should start a hashtag Jose Maria de Castro. Justice for Jose Maria de Castro. I really think we should start that hashtag and get it going, because justice for Chili is a rape cage. It's torture cuffs, a ride on a hard plastic seat in a torture car to the rape cage. That would be justice for Chili de Castro. And I think I'm going to allow a little bit to go on with the FBI investigation, and then after that I probably may ramp up my attempts to Get justice for Josie Maria DeCastro. Justice, Mr. DeCastro, is a conviction and time behind bars. That's what justice is for you, bro. Keep your bullshit going on, and we will keep uncovering it. I don't even have to do much of the work in that, because over at Welsh News Network, Dan, Becca, Hank is in there, Shuggy's there. I'm going to pirate all of Welsh's co-hosts in the future and see if I can remake Welsh News Network over at Coded Friend. That's a joke. I know Welsh would never let that happen. So, hello, Mr. Costello. Last night, okay, so where should we start this? Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind came to our platform. We invited him through Tina Slay, not to throw Tina under the bus. Tina's a very nice woman who facilitated what should have been a positive exchange of information. Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind came over to the site, over to our page. We gave him time to talk. We let him plug his alternate, his backup channel, because his original channel got nuked, I guess, right after he came off a 2-week suspension. Go figure. Some people can't learn from their fucking mistakes, and they go on and on and on. So we poked a little fun in a follow-up broadcast at Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, and then that was when I discovered Z, the spasmodic warrior. Holy fuck. This guy goes from idle to death threat in seconds. Seconds. It's amazing. And then there's that Zetek warrior. I want the name here because I want to make this clear. There was a little moment, and I'm gonna. This is an impromptu, so I'm gonna put some clips together and do a formal, which I keep saying I'm gonna do, and then I never get around to doing any of that. Bear with me; it will all come together. We're working the long goal. So, Zetetic Warrior was in the middle of a rage over at Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind 369. I'm going to keep plugging it because I want people to go over and look at what a fucking dolt you are. Oh, and by the way, got to say thanks to Keeping It Criminal, who I guess mentioned Coded Friend .001 in one of his broadcasts. And I've seen messages from people I've never seen messages from before, and our subscriber count has jumped up to 689. So Kick did do us some justice and help us out there. I just flipped through some browsers. I got to do one thing before we get into the rundown of what happened last night. And I will need to share this little gemstone right here. I'm sure people may have already seen this. But let's all bop over to Leducator's page when you have a chance. Just drop them a note on this community post here. It's Leducator with his lovely wife enjoying their vacation. And I'm so glad that he didn't immediately respond to the bullshit post that the Elite Laws put up on his page saying, unnamed sources, which is just a fucking license to lie. Go ahead, Hank.
Yeah, I think this is his response.
It is his response. And his response was, Leducator says yesterday, one day ago, looks like someone's reliable source needs work. And then 3 crying, laughing faces. Hope he wasn't wanting a career in investigations. And then we have Chad Goo with his lovely wife. There's 152 likes on that. There's 68 comments. Let's just take a peek at 1 or 2 of them. We're going to look at Pronto Para Matar, who is always in our chat. It's funny, Pronto says, it's funny, I don't have the best view of cops as a whole till Chili came along. He made me look at them different. I still think there's plenty of work to be done, but I think men like Chad are doing it. Enjoy a much deserved vacation. I'm not reading any more past that. That sums up my attitude. I'm sure Hank is on board with that. Pronto.
Oh hell yeah.
Thank you for putting such a great post up there, buddy. Well wishes to Leducator and his lovely wife. Have a great vacation, you guys. Leducator, you're another one. I'd love to have you over here for a little bit when you got some free time to spare. All right, Hank, before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's episode, do you have anything to say over what we've covered so far?
What we've covered so far now.
Okay, cool. So, I think I recapped and then I jumped back and forth. I got to get my train of thought here. Okay, so we did a little thing. We invited Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind to come on our platform, talk about why his channel got nuked, deleted, and he was talking kind of fucking crazy, and I knew we were starting to get into the conspiracy theory realm shit. So he at the end of it, when I started barking at him to just, try to get him to stop fucking talking for a minute so I could figure out what the fuck he was talking about. Because we went from all vaccinations are good, get all the vaccinations you can, get every booster you can, and then we wound up at the World Economic Forum wants you to live in poverty. And I was just like, what the fuck, man? You gotta stop. I gotta figure out what the fuck's going on here. So to slow it down, I asked him, to tell us what he means when he referenced the WEF. I polled the chat room. There wasn't a fuck ton of responses. We're still a small channel. I got 7 responses. 5 responses were don't know what the WEF is. 2 responses were do know what the WEF is. That's a 5-to-2 ratio, don't know to know. So let's slow it down. Tell us what you mean by the WEF. Because for all I know, you could have been talking about the Wildlife Educational Foundation. I don't know what the fuck. You said 3 letters, dude. I want to clarify what you mean by the 3 letters you reference. So when he explains it on his side, he throws it back in my lap that I should have been the one that explained it to everybody. How can I explain WEF when I got a loon talking about fucking vaccinations and some group in Davos that wants to fucking keep you... What the fuck you're talking what WEF means? But he
You're
couldn't
starting to robot a little bit.
Whatever. So, Logan Sandman jumped in, and he offered to... I'm getting some tabs closed there to see if that cuts down on that. So Logan Sandman jumped in. He offered to kind of moderate the discussion between the two of us. I was all on board for it. As soon as Logan mentioned rules, Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind basically had a temper tantrum and then rage quit. So, that's where we were with that. Then there was some post-trading back and forth on my video that I did about him. And one of them was... that last night, Friday night, he had a very interesting episode broadcast coming that I would definitely want to see, that I wouldn't want to miss. So I was at work. I was a little late getting to it, but I rolled it. I didn't listen to it live. I rolled it back, so it started from the beginning. I did, in between working, I paused. I'm training a new guy at work, so he got a little extra fly solo time last night while I listened to, while I got paid, bro. I literally got paid last night $60 an hour to listen to your fucking horse shit. I can't think of anything that better that could have happened to me last night. I literally got paid $60 an hour to listen to you prattle on about me. You know? So, thank you. Thank you for making me chuckle and keeping my evening light. So, Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind did a broadcast which began with this is number 3, Hank. Burn the Corporate Fiction. Who, in the broadcasts I've watched, I haven't watched a lot of Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind stuff because unless I'm getting paid $60 an hour to do it, I've really got other things to fucking do. So, what little I've seen of him, Burn the Corporate Fiction seemed to me like I hadn't seen any kooky behavior out of him. And he seemed like, he had a semblance of intelligence and a level head to him.
Well,
so go ahead.
The corporate fiction is, corporate fiction is a subset belief of how the United States is actually a corporation now instead of a sovereign country.
Right.
We're basically
retards. So
yes. So his title alone tells me he's probably full of shit.
Yeah, but I'd never seen him really, get off the rails or even get close to getting off the rails. Holy fuck, did he go off the rails last night. So whatever happened when we had Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind over on the codedfriend.001 platform, I guess we leaned in just enough that we were able to topple a domino. And then that domino hit a domino, and then that domino hit a domino, and then that domino hit a domino. And we had the shit that happened last night. Dominoes are going down left and right. There's infighting all through the Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind flerfdom. It was fucking easy. So, Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, which I've seen him do this with words before. It's fucking crazy. Just crazy. He got somehow from coded, like code, like Morse code, for a to open a combination lock, code, secret code, decoder ring. So from code, he jumped to coat. So from coded, he went to coated, like a chocolate coated pretzel, or a raisinette, a chocolate coated raisin, or probably the best example, fitting for these guys, the goober. Everyone loves a fucking goober, right? A chocolate-coated peanut. So he goes from coded to coated. Go ahead, Hank.
Go ahead. Let me guess. The color of that coat's going to be red.
No, way off base, bro. Way off base. He went homoerotic. Okay. He completely went homoerotic. So he figured out that coded was really coated, and then it was all this, spunk jism stuff. He went fucking turtle boy on us, and that because Castro coded friend.001 making so Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind came to this amazing fucking twisted coded decoded homosexual dating app. That Coded Friend.001 is a homosexual dating app. That's just fucking amazing how when these guys unzip reality just a little bit, how quickly they can fly into revealing their own seated fantasies. This guy went homoerotic for a while, in trying to make funny, get a rise out of me, whatever. Dude, all you did, Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, all you did was lay out for everyone to see. And I know why you deleted the broadcast, and it wasn't even this reason. If Burn the Corporate Fiction hadn't run off the fucking rails last night, we would have this little the comedy gold and a little introspective into the ring of your brain, machinations of your thinking. Because bro, you went homoerotic, like really homoerotic. And I remember
Sounds like he might
the
like to investigate
broadcast
some
we
things from the
covered
back. Oh,
before using a
sorry.
yeah. So it's all right. It's all right. When we checked the past video you did recent and we're looking at it, your boy Zetetic Spasmatic Warrior, was just fucking ranting and frothing at the mouth like a fucking lunatic, making threats and all kinds of crazy shit. And then a new guest host popped in, long haired guy with a beard. And Zetetic flipped from crazy insane to how beautiful this man was. It was kind of fucking weird, but it calmed him down right away. So I want you to put that in your back pocket for a second. That Zetetic had this calming moment while he talked about the beauty of another man. And then here, Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind is doing a homoerotic parody of Coded Friend .001. The .00, they're not zeros, they're O's, according to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, because it's Coded Friend, ooh, like you were, climaxing.
Oh, did you see D-Bone
Just
Nation's
opening up for a little fucking wider there, Solid Chain Mind.
see D-Bone Nation's comment? There
No
you go.
fucking way. Wow, that's his son. Okay, things are starting. Thank you, Debo Nation. Things are starting to make more sense now. So during the SSUM 369, during his broadcast, I guess the son, Burn the Corporate Fiction, was watching Paul Unslaved, who I think got booted from YouTube also. And they were watching a video he was doing, a live he was doing, and Zetetic was in on that.
Oh, from my understanding, Paul Enslaved got booted from Sovereign Soul's little broadcast.
Oh, okay, so from the entourage, not off YouTube. Yeah, I wasn't really
Right.
clear on what that was. So they're watching each other's live broadcasts while Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind is trying to crack on Coded Friend .001, and then something happened with Zetetic Asthmatic Warrior, Mr. Z, and he started going off. You couldn't hear Zetetic and Paul's audio. Well, you could hear it, but not, it was muffled. You couldn't hear it well. So there's some fighting going on between those two broadcasts. I think Zetetic Warrior, Z, Spasmodic, I think he might have been, deep hurt because of the mocking of the homosexuality. And, Z, if you were offended by Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind 369's homoerotic parody, I feel for you, bro. It's hard to be closeted and not want to own up to that stuff, but you react to it when someone else does it. I get it. It's difficult, but bro, you need to learn to shut that microphone off.
Especially since he wants to be in the Old Testament wrath of God frame of mind.
Yeah, we have to talk about
from my memory of from my memory of Old Testament, they don't look too kindly upon the laying with men. But
Lisa gives us an explanation. I don't know if this is true or not, but Lisa's never lied to me, so I'm willing to believe her. She writes Coded Friend .001. Ryan, which I guess is the real name of Burn the Corporate Fiction, says Ryan has gone off the rail before. He went anti-Semitic on Artie's Corporate Fiction. That's when he came up with the name Burn the Corporate Fiction. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Any other people want to give, as truthful as possible? Let's stick to the truth for right now. Background info. Lisa says 100% truth. Thank you, Lisa. So, Chuck in Tennessee asks at Lisa from SSUM channel, correct? Chuck, Lisa has responded, yes, correct. Chuck in Tennessee says, okay, just making sure. Glad we cleared that up. So, Zetetics getting aggravated at Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind, which is causing Burn the Corporate Fiction. Ryan, the son of Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. I'm getting it. I'm getting it down. I got the script almost. We can write a little thing here. So it's father and son against. It's a father and son Sovtard flirt that up against two maybe lovers. Flerfing, sovereign retard setup. So they're
No
fighting
shaming.
with each other. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if I'm on the no kink shaming boat yet, but Hank, I'll respect that you said that. I take back my kink shame there. If you two guys want to go at it that way, go at it that way. Just have a separate jar of Crisco, okay? So they're all now. I'm watching. I was being made fun of. I'm watching. I'm enjoying the fact that Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind 369 was making fun of me. I was actually enjoying it. It was juvenile. It got maybe the sophomoric level at best, but these guys are trying. They're stunted intellects and they're working as hard as they can. Humor is a difficult thing when you don't have a whole lot of intelligence. And not being able to humorously humor people. When your humor is hiding threats and violence, that's different than trying to get people to, laugh along with you. Or in your case, I would go slapstick, SSUM 369. I would go slapstick because that's the easier shit to do. Like Three Stooges or Laurel and Hardy, fall down, hit your head, that kind of shit. People will laugh at you for that. So these other guys start fighting, and then boom, Ryan, Burn the Corporate Fiction, goes from listening intently to, motherfucker, I did 6 years in prison. I'll fuck you up. You better hope you never fucking see me. And I quote, I will stab you in the fucking throat. And so because of that, because that little fucking pea-brained infantile mind couldn't prevent himself from violating fucking terms of service again on Daddy's platform, Daddy had to hide the video. Straight up delete it or turn it private. If it's private, Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, if it's private, edit the fucking thing. Edit out your son's fucking threat to stab Paul Unslaved in the throat with a knife, from behind so he couldn't see him. So if it wasn't for that stupid fucking moment of that threat, I would have this beautiful failing flop attempt at comedy, which I could have with a little bit of kneading and a little rework of the pedestal. I could have made comedy gold out of this fucking thing, and now I don't have it. So if anybody out there can get a copy of it, please get a copy of it for me. I'll cut out the part where Ryan made the death threat on Paul Unslaved. I won't show that because I'm not interested in that part. But it does show that, here's the other thing too. You have Zetetic Warrior. You have Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind, who I'm now finding out Ryan is his own son. Why? Why does Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind attract such violent people to him? Like, it's hard to get through one of his broadcasts without somebody making a fucking death threat on somebody else. It's crazy. What? So my question to Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind is, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, bro. And your son's threatening to stab another man in the fucking neck, and you're flurf-splaining it away or sovtard-splaining it away, like, oh, he didn't mean that, or oh, he had too much to drink, or, whatever fucking excuse you made up. And then after you smoothed it all over and made up the excuse, they weren't as violent threats, but through the remainder of the broadcast, he's still making fucking threats and shit. And at one point, I caught a real glimpse into, I believe, what Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind is about deep down inside. Ryan, when Ryan was going through his little tantratic, I think they're Buddhists over there. They're mixing all the world religions into some kind of fucking shit mess chili style. But they have that Buddhist feel and, the vibrations and all the rest of the shit. So I would have a piece I could make to Pure Comedy Gold if not for that damn fucking threat. So Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind, 369, please take a little moment of introspection and ask yourself why your own son and the other co-hosts that are around you are such horribly fucking violent people that flip death threats around like it's no fucking big deal. I mean, threatening to stab someone in the fucking neck? Come on, man. I deal with fucking gangbangers who are less fucking violent than this shit. So when Ryan was going through his little tirade about stabbing Paul unslaved in the neck, you hear a female voice in the background after he went through his little tirade. And a very large woman comes through the door of the hallway in the background into the room and, starts bitching at him. And he's obviously corrected, and you can tell by Ryan's reaction that Ryan ain't the motherfucker wearing the pants in that household. So to cover it, he left the audio open, which betrays something. But to cover the finger wagging and scolding that his son was getting, Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind dropped his son's screen, and it was just Sovereign Soul on the screen. And he's got one hand up in the air. He's got a shit-eating grin on his face. His eyes are wide open. He's not audibly laughing, but you can tell by his physical presence, what he's presenting physically, that he's loving what he's fucking hearing. Loving it.
Sounds like Sonny Boy got in trouble for grabbing his testicles out of Mama's purse without permission.
It might have happened, man. Might have happened. And when his own son was getting scolded by his daughter-in-law, because Ryan refers to her as his wife. I don't know if they're actually married or not, which doesn't mean anything to me. She's obviously running the household. When she was scolding Ryan, Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind, Ryan, go take a peek at that fucking video, bro. Your daddy was loving the fact that you were getting berated and browbeaten by a woman, because that's how daddy feels like the big man in the room. So there's something about Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. There's something that I see in him that indicates that he feeds off conflict. He doesn't want to be in the conflict. He wants to be around the conflict. That's why he has these co-hosts that, rant, rave, and make threats. He doesn't want to start the conflict, but man, that motherfucker pour a little gas on a fire, no problem. And he'll chuckle about the misery of other people, which is, to me, it's your own fucking son, dude, and you're laughing about it. Hopefully it was nervous laughter, but I don't think it was. I mean, I think that dude really feeds off the misery of other people, which is kind of a common theme I'm starting to see on the less intelligent side of the coin.
Yeah, and it's a pretty common thing amongst soft sits.
Yeah. Debos says he loves this channel. Thank you, Debos. We love you too, bro. I'm assuming guy, maybe girl. I don't know. If if I misreference your gender, just put an M or an F in the chat, and I'll try to, remember who's who. Please don't go crazy.
You had it right.
Me. Cool. So, Debos, if you got a recording of that, man, I would fucking love to have that. I would love to go through that. I could literally break it up and do 4 or 5 episodes on it. So, Debos Nation says at codedfriend.001, Ryan's wife comes up and tells him to shut the up as she hears him threatening him. Yeah. That's exactly what, so the violent response from Ryan evoked come from the back of the house, deliver a violent response from the wife, and Daddy, Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind is literally rolling inside himself laughing about the whole thing. It's just fucking broken home, broken children, broken future. 6 years in prison? Wow, Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. Amazing, bro. You really did a good job there, bud. 2:45. I got 45 minutes. And anybody in the chat room, Hank, if you have anything to add, I'm going to go a little quiet here. I'm going to look through some chats. Anybody in the chat room have anything to add, feel free to throw up a comment, and I will post it. Art Acuto says that Ryan and his wife have a newborn. Ryan, little advice, man. I know I'm not your dad. I'm a 55-year-old guy. I've been around the world. I've been around the block. I've been down to the end of the road and back. I've been around the block. I've been around the world, man. You got to get those violent outbursts under control, bro. If not for your sake, for the sake of your household, man, and for the sake of your newborn child. You can't have a kid and be running around vocally in your own home, threatening to stab people in the neck. It's going to negatively impact your offspring as they mature. I'm sure maybe you heard some of this stuff from your own father. At some point in time, bro, we got to grow up. We got to pull up our socks. We got to get out of the fucking sandbox, and we got to take responsibility for the shit we do and the shit that comes out of our mouth. So, my little piece of advice to you, bro, now that I know that you're you have a newborn child and all that, I was really going to beat up on you, but I'll save that for later. We'll see if there's a behavior change. Please, man, chill that shit out. You be back in fucking prison for that shit, because maybe you're still on probation, parole, whatever. You don't want to be doing that shit. Get yourself locked back up, bro. Take a breath. Don't speak in anger. You can speak angrily. Don't speak in anger. There's a big fucking difference, man. Big difference. Lisa says, bingo, but he doesn't mind to be in the conflict either. He will start it. Yeah, I haven't seen him start anything. I think he's more of a... I haven't yet seen him start anything. I mean, he did try to a little bit with me, but I think I was barking at him too loud. He knew who the big dog in the room was. Yeah, so we got a little an attempt at homoerotic humor from Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Sorry it failed. SSUM 369.
Kind of makes me wonder if Sovereign Soul's claims of the male porn that was sent to him by Chile de Castro was just a figment of his imagination.
Or it could have been his own stuff, and he sent it from a Google number on his laptop to his phone. You never know, man. You never know. I mean, it fits Chile's mold that happened, but Sovereign Soul might have faked it to put himself in the spotlight, and so now he can justify carrying his own homoerotic porn around with him. Oh, Chile sent it to me. You and Chile should go on a road trip together. Hold on here. Art says Ryan has a newborn daughter she didn't want woke up. Get your facts straight. Was that directed at me, Art? I just read your comment. I don't disagree with your comment, so facts are straightened up. I hope that settles that. It was all caps, so I think maybe I upset you. Sorry for that.
That would be the indication, but who knows?
Yeah. I like
Some
Art. Art's been around for a while. Here, yeah, Art says you're twisting facts. I did not mean to do that. I didn't hear clearly what the female said. She came from, outside the room through a door threshold into the room. She was wagging her finger. What I made out of it was, you're upset, now I'm upset. I didn't know they had a small child in their Art, so I didn't mean to twist facts. I was just relating the facts I had. I'm glad you cleared it up for me. Thank you, Art.
Well, if that's your true feelings, Art, see ya.
Oh, no. Well, I mean,
No, you see his next
Go.
comment down.
Oh.
The wow, this YouTube is nuts pretty sorry platform. I'm out.
Oh, wait, but he gave us this little gem. Lisa Paul also threatens to shoot Ryan dead with a 380. Yeah, see, man, there's just a lot. Art, man, don't bail, bro, because you're the one getting me up to speed. And then Art said, wow, this YouTube is nuts. Pretty sorry platform. I'm out. Okay, Art, sorry to see you go, man. You're welcome back anytime, dude. And I thank you for giving me the information you gave me to get me up to speed. I didn't know that Lisa also threatens to kill Ryan. I don't know. This downstream from Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind 369, what the fruit doesn't fall far from the fucking tree. So if there's all this violence and shit going on, you can usually trace it back to mommy or daddy. Unlock says, my goddamn PC just crashed. Never use the Windows Insider build. So unstable. Unlocked, I'm a Linux guy. Go ahead, Hank.
Lisa's comment at 150. Hank, Art and some are friends.
Yeah, I know they're friends because I saw them. I don't care if they're friends or not.
Yeah.
I saw him over in that broadcast I was watching last night. You guys can be friends with anyone you want to be friends with. I'm not going to treat you any differently because you're friends with somebody else. You are who you are. You are who you present.
I'm just saying it.
You are who you present yourself to be. Sorry, man, we keep stepping on each other. You are who you present yourself to be, and I'm going to react and interact with who you present yourself to be in my chat room. Be yourself, man. Be honest. Be truthful. We'll always get along. There might be little tiffs and flare-ups here and there. Art, I like you as a listener. You've always had good input in my chat room. If I offended you, I apologize to you. I know you're friends with them. and I thank you for clarifying the limited. I've been clear. I have a limited amount of information. I'm just starting to wade into this pond or stream that is Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. It's not that deep yet, but I do know, I've been out in the wilderness before. I do know you could step off the edge of a bank, be in ankle deep water for 3 or 4 steps, and then whoom, you're down to your waist. So, I appreciate the fact that you gave us better info. I'm sorry you thought that I was twisting facts. I don't know what fact I twisted, but, you're entitled to your opinion. And I'm sorry to hear that there's a newborn child in there and there's death threats and all kinds of other nonsense going on. But I can't say it does not surprise me. Lisa says, Coded, I've watched him since he started. I was one of his mods. He apparently got tired of me correcting him and went off on me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. Lisa says, Coded even did a stream telling lies about me. That doesn't surprise me either. Chuck in Tennessee says, yes, Lisa, it got twisted. And then Lisa, one more response. Chuck, that's why you don't see me there now. Yeah, man, if things get toxic, go away. Go away. Come back and check. See if things are leveling out, evening out. But, if things are toxic, stay away till things get less toxic or aren't toxic anymore. You can always go back and listen. I'm not saying unsub or anything like that, but, if you don't like the toxicity, go take a vacation from it for a while. $2.54. 6 minutes left in the period. Hank, you got anything to say?
No, just trying to keep up with what people are saying in chat, too.
Cool. Unlock says, Linux is great, just no good for gaming. But Proton is getting better, so gaming on Linux is possible now. Yeah, I don't do much gaming anymore, Unlocked. I kind of outgrew all that stuff. And, I'm at a point in my life where I would rather stand barefoot in the grass and watch the clouds roll by than look at a graphics on a computer screen. So, but if you like that gaming, man, have at it. I gave a lot of time to that shit. When I enjoyed it a lot. I'm an old Ubisoft Splinter Cell. Fucking love that Splinter Cell game. The first one with the sticky cam. I would get to the point where you'd get the sticky cam, and I wouldn't use a bullet after that. Everybody got knocked out with a sticky cam. I love that game. That was a great game. 4 minutes left in the period. Wow, a lot of comments today. This was Peter Vandervliet sent me some interesting memes on Chili DeCastro, which we will show in the future, and a couple pieces of art, which we'll add into when we look at artistic pieces to start the show. Peter, thank you for your contribution. I will be showing them. If anyone else would like to email great works of art, classic works of art, please don't send me porn. Codedfriend dot letter O 1 at gmail.com. Peter Vandervliet says, Ryan was silly enough to give his email, and Paul Unbalanced, that's a great name, Paul Unbalanced made several threats to Ryan, like not coming alone, like people who listen to Unbalanced stream might attack Ryan. Okay, see, that's information I didn't know. Thank you. I think Art might have unsubbed. Wait, let me check my sub count really quick. Damn. I hope Art's not. I hope Art isn't that pissed at me. We're at 688. I think Art unsubbed. God damn it. Art, you're welcome back anytime, bro. I always liked you. Sorry about that, man. Casualties of war. Collateral damage.
Yeah, just my personal opinion. When somebody gets that butt hurt, that they'll unsub over you speaking out against one of their heroes so well.
Yeah, that's the echo chamber and the tribalism that I really want to avoid here. Oh, speaking of that, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I do have a comment to read. I do have a comment. I'm pretty sure it's one of Sovereign Soul Unchained Minds. There we go. Jeff Peiser, Peiser. This is on the last video we did with the ball and chain. Jeff comments, and I pinned the comment at the top so you can find it quickly. This was about the most boring, insufferable, and uninteresting broadcast I've heard in a long time. Inept, no X factor. Only interesting part was watching the other broadcasters. You screen shared. And of course, my response to Jeff Peiser was, "Oh, you watched all of it. Thanks for your support through viewing. Thank you for the critical feedback. We will cherish it." I do cherish it. I pinned it right up top. I'm not hiding it from anybody. I want critical feedback. That's how we make things nicer here. Better, more intelligent. Hang on. I informed Jeff Pfizer that a memo has been drafted, including, Jeff, your brilliant comment, and is being emailed as we speak to every member of the CodedFriend.001 organization. And that's not the listeners, that's the internal staff, the research department, even Skunkworks. Even our Skunkworks division got a copy of your comment, Jeff. So we are all aware and we appreciate your feedback. We'd like to see more critical feedback in the future. We like when you like on us. We like it. We love when you're critical of us, because we can't fix the broken if we don't know it's broken. So I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy my portion of my broadcast. I am happy that you enjoyed the screen share people on my broadcast, and I'm happy that you listened to the whole broadcast. Thank you for supporting us, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but if I think a show's boring, I just hit that little red X in the top corner and go on to the next.
For the most part, I do that. I do leave snarky comments once in a while. I do thank Jeff for the comment he left, and I wish people would give us a little more critical feedback. Surrender Monkey writes, X Factor was he lost? Yeah, I know. What I'm not sure what he really means by X Factor. Like, did he need some mystery reveal to tease him along through the broadcast? I don't get it. I don't really know. But, there are people out there who read the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, and there are people out there who read the Iliad and the Odyssey. We're not all going to have the same interests in life.
Wouldn't the world be a boring place if we did?
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And a little dose of stupid every day, makes life fun. Unexpected, The wild shit. Like I said, obviously I did something when I had Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind 369 on my broadcast, because I leaned on one of his dominoes and shit started falling down fucking left and right all around him. So if it took you a long time to set those dominoes up, Savtard, I apologize for knocking them down so quickly and unintentionally. Peter Vandervliet, CodedFriend.001, but if we do not have an issue with your stream, why complain? LOL. And I love reading myself a bit of Stephen King. I'm a Stephen King fan. I read The Stand and I read Cujo. Everything else I've seen movie style. Don't let me hang on, Hank. Sorry, we keep stepping on each other. It's not being able to see each other is becoming an issue. Don't make up critical stuff. I mean, legitimate critical feedback is what we're looking for. I mean, if you want to make up critical feedback to poke fun at us or, have fun at my expense, well, as long as I chuckle at the end of it, I'll see it as humorous. But yeah, do what you do. Post in the comments. We're not worried about, afraid of, nor do we really care about getting critical feedback. We fucking want it. I ask for it a lot. I rarely get it. Thank you, Jeff. I pinned your comment. Everybody can read it. Dyer Maid Costello. Am I saying your freaking name right? Dyer Maid? Dyer Maid. Hank, say that name for me.
That sounds about right to me.
Okay. Cool. I got it right. Hank says I got it right. I'm going to say I got it right till I hear differently from the owner of the name. Cyrax used to be my dose of stupid. Now he's after bawling. Bailing? After bailing. I don't know what that really means. Unlocked, Stephen King fan. Chuck in Tennessee. Peter Vandervliet. Did you quit going to SSUM also? Ooh, I got a lot of SSUM levers here. Cool.
I'm a huge Stephen King fan, but I made the mistake of reading The Stand while in a long-term stay in a hospital.
Oh yeah. Did you finish?
Not a good read. Yes, just not a good read in the hospital.
I started was The Dark Tower a single book or was it a trilogy?
Trilogy.
Yeah, the gunfighter one, I think. I started reading that and I didn't finish it.
Yeah, he wrote that for his daughter.
Cool. It was pretty interesting. I don't know why I stopped reading it. And then I think I think one of my buddies clipped my copy of the book, and that's why I never got around to finish reading it. All right, kids, I just wanted to come on quick, poke a little fun at SSUM 369, make an appeal to anyone out there who may have gotten the video to provide me a copy if you could, or if, SSUM Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind 369, if you still have the video, if you privatized it, cut out the piece where your son, went a little nutty and made the death threat to stab Paul unbalanced in the neck. And, now that I've seen some stuff here, I understand that there's, some background to that story too. But, I mean, nothing anyone does justifies you making a death threat. Nothing. So with that, Hank, would you like to, any parting words? Would you like to say goodbye to the people while I load up an outro tune here?
Yeah, thanks for having me up. Thanks everybody for coming in and listening to the show. Looking forward to seeing you the next round.
And you are always welcome. I hadn't planned on doing anything today, so the listeners got a little bonus bit, about 66 minutes of Coded Friend Extra this week. We thank you for showing up. We love when you guys are here.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
If y'all looking forward to seeing y'all at Welsh News Network, he's doing one at 7 Eastern tonight.
Welsh News Network, 7 o'clock Eastern tonight. Be there or be square. And do me a favor. I'm pretty sure most of the people in our chat know who Keeping It Criminal is, Kick. If you have not experienced his works, his broadcasts, they are actually on the good side. A little better than on the good side. And if you would, pop over to Keeping It Criminal, tell Kick we said hi, and that we thank the fact that he talked about us a little bit, and some of his people came over to subscribe to us. So if you're around Keeping It Criminal, show Kick some love. With that, unless Hank has anything else to say, I'm
I
gonna
just
load
put
this.
kicks. Just put
Perfect. Thank you.
link
Kicks.
kicks.
Hank has put Kick's link in the chat. Go and say hi to Kick. Randomly leave a message randomly leave a post on any one of his videos that just says, hey, codedfriend.001 says thank you. You good, Hank?
I'm good.
Cool.
Oh, and Jim Finch corrected me. It's 8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Boy, that Jim Finch fucking knows everything.
Hey, I love having people that can keep me honest.
Exactly. But that, as far as being on the DL and knowing the know, that Jim Finch is a top quality player, bro. I like your site, Jim. I'm over there on a pretty regular basis getting caught up on shit that I didn't have time to go looking at. Hank, one more time. Any last words?
I'm good. Thank you, brother.
We are out. Little Warren Zevon, excitable boy for the kids over at Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind 369. Sav, you let that freak flag fly, bro. If you're into boys, you're into boys. Enjoy it.
Sunday best, excitable boy, they all said. And he rubbed the pot roast all over his chest. Excitable boy, they all said. Well, he's just an excitable boy. He took in the 4 a.m. show at the Clark. Excitable boy, they all said. And he bit the usherette's leg in the dark. Excitable boy, they all said. Well, he's just an excitable boy. Ooh, wow. Ooh, excitable boy. Ooh, wow. Ooh, excitable boy. He took little Susie to the junior prom. Excitable boy, they all said. Excitable boy. And he raped her and killed her, then he took her home. Excitable boy, they all said. Excitable boy. Well, he's just an excitable boy. After 10 long years, they let him out of the home. Excitable boy, they all said. Excitable boy. And he dug up her grave and built a cage with her bones. Excitable boy, they all said. Excitable boy. Well, he's just an excitable boy.
CodedFriend.001 listeners. Have a great day today. Thanks for showing up. We love you guys. We'll see you again soon. If you see Hank around, give Hank a special shout out for making this so much easier for me. I love you, Hank. I would be drowning over my head if you weren't here to give me those little moments of repose when I can get my bearings. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy it. Spend a little time thinking about God today. The real God, the one written about in the Old Testament and the New Testament. Yahweh, Adonai, the Ancient of Days.